Welcome to another episode of Planting Seeds with Soul. Raw conversations on transformation, truth, and finding light in the darkest places. You may not hear what you want, but you will definitely hear what you need. All right, you beautiful bunch of beings. Welcome back to another episode of Planting Seeds with Soul. Today we have Josh. How did you pronounce it again, man?
Hupfeld.
Josh Hutfeld on with us today, guys. That's me, of course.
That'll be telling you I'm coming.
Yeah. How you been, man?
Yeah, man. Good. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
I'm in the full PR swing of this thing, so this will be podcast number 2 recording, and I've got another one on Thursday.
You've been busy by the sounds of it.
Yeah. I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Been busy for the last 13 years. We can get into it, but this last year, probably just over a year, I've really pivoted, trying to get to a more purpose-driven life, and started my passion project, Better Half Journals.
Better Half Journals. I love it. I just had a quick look at them before, man. They look unbelievable. Just before we do get into it, so with this podcast, just so you feel good about it and heaps relaxed, there's no real anything to it, like this is just us co-creating a bit of an episode. Yep. I want to hear a bit of your story, how this come about, and just in terms of how it all goes down. This is your sort of floor. You can absolutely share whatever it is that you want.
Well, that's what actually attracted me to your podcast. I loved how open it was. I want open, raw conversation. I think the people who would benefit from the journals are people who are probably aligned in this space and like hearing other people's stories. And I don't want it to be salesy or anything like that, because it's, at the end of the day, I only want these things to fall in the hands of people that actually need it and want it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be raw and honest with you, and let's go to a deeper level.
Absolutely, bro. So tell us a bit about yourself first. Whereabouts you're from?
Mate, I grew up here, not far from here actually. Had a family. My first house I came in to from a baby was in Madripar, actually. Oh, don't know if I'm supposed to say that on the.
No, you're all good.
No, yeah.
Sweet as.
And then we grew up in Talai, around the corner. I went to school in Burleigh, so I'm a Gold Coast boy through and through. Now me and my own family, we're in Mermaid. We love it here. But I was a social worker, went through, grew up in life, always being told by friends, family, that I had like a real good knack of having good conversation with people. People left conversations feeling better or good about themselves, and I was almost like labeled as this person who had a talent to help people with problems. And I think I naturally fell towards becoming a social worker.
An energy shifter.
Yeah. Little did I know that if you keep pouring your energy into other people, that sometimes you're not left with any energy for yourself. So I did work in disability, then I worked in child safety. I spent about 5 years in child safety. And mate, I was so excited to get in there and make a change, but it was so difficult. There's a high turnover in that role. I think most people last around 2 years, and I can see why. Give you a quick example of my very first case. I get this notification to say this 2-year-old been walking down the road, like with no one there, unsupervised. This person pulls over, picks up the child, and then the 2 older brothers of this child come running out and abusing this person, like, let go of my fucking brother, like, let go. This person's like, where are your parents? Like, where's the parents? I'll give it your brother back, but show me where your parents are. Gets there, and the father's completely abusive, hands him over. So this person's reported it to child safety, and it's come through as a neglect case. That comes through to me, and I'm supposed to cite this child. I go knock on the door. That father says, if you take one more step through my door, I'm going to break your fucking legs. It's like, okay, I can't put myself in danger before, like, That's rule number one.
No police escort.
No, so but I go back and I contact police saying, hey, this is a situation. Can someone come out? They say, mate, we're at hand over here. It's like 2 o'clock. Everyone's starting. I'm like, can we just leave it till Monday? Righto. So I come back to work on Monday. The manager pulls me straight in, and he's like, hey, that little boy died over the weekend. That's my first case.
Fuck.
And I was like, oh. And he said, yeah, so all the fly screens were busted. Kids just walked out, no gate around the pool. Pool's completely green, drowned in there. The parents had left the boy with our brothers. They were at Robina Town Centre.
The brothers went to Robina
No,
Towns.
the parents were. They left the
Oh,
2-year-old under the supervision of the older brothers.
fuck.
And yeah, they couldn't find him. But they ended up finding him in the pool with a pool scoop.
Fuck.
And that was
How old was he?
2.
Fucking hell,
He's
man.
only just started walking, you know.
Yeah.
And that, like, I was like, holy shit, like, buckle up. This is what my career is. Like, and I got a litany of those stories.
Yeah.
And I'm getting croaky now just talking about it. But this shit sticks with you, you know.
Yeah, man. And you're obviously, this is a safe space to
Yeah,
take your
no,
time
no,
and
I'm good. I've got that too from the other stuff I watched. Yeah, so that's why I want to come on. Like, I love real chat.
mm,
Um, and anyway, it didn't hit me straight away like how much that hit me until they brought in a counselor and they're like, hey, such and such is going to be in this room, if anyone wants to talk to them about any issues or whatever. And one of my colleagues was like, maybe you should go have a chat. I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And I went and had a chat, and oh my God, did I just like unravel all this emotion I was carrying about that particular case and some others.
mm,
And then I was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. Like, so I dabbled in some other things. And while I was dabbling with different things, my wife started a wedding dress business. And that took off. And she was like drowning. I'm like, oh, I'll come help you. I'll come help you 3 days a week, and I'll go back to a support officer so I can do like some of the mediation with families or whatever. So I was doing 2 days a week as a social worker, 3 days helping her. That 3 days turned into like 60-hour weeks for us both. We just
mm.
like it kind of went
It's gone
gangbusters.
bananas, eh?
Yeah. And that turned into 12 years for me. Um, I just got so involved in my wife's passion, and I'm grateful for it. It's been amazing for us. I've learned heaps. I love our team. I love growing the business. It's like super exciting. However, I'm just trying to pivot back to a purpose-driven life because I feel like I got to the top of the mountain, like the old me, the young me, right? If I'd said, "Hey, dude, this is your life now," the young me would have been like, "This, like, you own that house, you drive that car,
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, good on you." Um, but then I still felt like I had something more to give, and I know that is helping people. I know that's when I feel my best, right? There's a reason why when we do like with the staff, when we ever were giving a promotion or a raise, I'd be like, oh, make sure, can I be there? Like, make sure, don't do it without me.
Mm,
Because I love seeing the elation in people's face when you help them or when they succeed, stuff like that. That stuff makes me like overwhelmed with emotion. I love it.
mm.
Um, so anyway, let me know if I'm talking too much,
No,
right?
no, no, you're good. I'm deep in this.
Um, so we're going through this stuff, and I get to this point where we've grown the team so much that I've like offloaded all my responsibilities to other people, like more professional people. And my internal chatter became really negative. I wasn't giving myself credit for any success. Um, Unfortunately, you might recognize this or in the past. Sometimes you've got like your mates can be, it's kind of like, unfortunately, banter between guy friends is like a lot of piss taking and not giving you credit or not acknowledging, like, I had a lot of friends saying like, I was on the getting like, what's the word, like pocket money,
Mm,
like pocket money from your missus, and you're only successful because you miss this business or whatever, like stuff. And I was taking that to heart.
Yeah.
They don't know like how much effort and I've put in, how much all the bullshit and stress. Because it's not like we bring that work home. It's in our
Mm.
home life. It's a, I'm sure with your partners, like you guys, good partnerships take on all that together.
Oh, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Um. Anyway, so I kind of was like, I started not believing everyone's stuff, but I was like, my internal chatter got real bad. Um, I was thinking like I was worthless, and I'm ashamed to say this now, but I caught myself a couple of times just saying, "You're just a dad." And like right now, like especially after reflecting and putting a lot of like work on in myself, like being just a dad is like the best thing ever. Like that's when I'm on my deathbed, all I care about is my wife saying, you're the best partner. And my
Mm.
kids to say, you're the best dad.
Mm.
Everything else can
Fall away.
fall away, man.
Mm.
So I had like this massive perspective shift, but like when I was feeling my worst was like nothing in my life was, when I look at it now, like there was a lot happening, and I don't think I had the resilience to cope with everything that was happening. And like I mentioned earlier, like I'm a bit of a fixer, and I've always had this like my identity was like I'm good at helping people. And I remember that particular time, people I was trying to help, it wasn't helping them. So I felt like, oh shit, the one thing I'm good at, I'm not even good at that anymore.
Mm.
And I had this real like identity crisis, and I was like, yeah. So it wasn't a good space for me. But I remember talking to a mentor that we were seeing fortnightly about work and just personal life and stuff. And he was like, "Hey, do you ever write stuff down?" And I'm like, "Oh, like, yeah, like, so I have." But I kind of liken it when people say they're religious, but they only pray when they want something.
Yeah.
It's like, are you actually practicing? Are you actually like a religious practicer?
Mm.
Um, so I found like I would only write stuff when it was so chaotic that I had to put it down. And I think that's kind of bad. Like,
Wasn't consistent.
yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this out and I'm going to be consistent. Every Friday, I'm just going to write. He called it a clarity break. The first hour, I remember doing it. The hour went like that. And I wrote like 9 pages. I was like doing these ones with the pen because you hardly use a pen anymore, hey, you
Yeah.
thought.
Haven't written for
So
so long.
and man, it was just like all this stuff. But afterwards, I remember closing the journal and I was like, oh man, I feel incredible. I felt so clear. It was literally a clarity break.
Mm.
I had things that were bugging me was like, oh, that's not a big deal. Things that I was like, oh, how am I ever going to get through this? I was like, oh, quite easily actually. It's just like step two, like one, two, three, four.
Hmm.
Like just break it down.
Yeah.
Things that were bugging me, like I was like, oh, that's not really like that's out of my control.
Mm.
Like doesn't need to bother me. There were so many things, so many benefits. I'm like, so I started doing that regularly. And then I started I wanted to do it more. I kind of like it when people get like addicted to ice baths or like saunas. Like I miss it. I'm craving it.
Mm.
So like I was getting my dopamine hits from journaling. So I started journaling every day. And man, I can't tell you, I like found myself again. It was like the old me that I loved was back.
Hmm.
And I remember my wife saying, she's like she has this term. She calls it poison face.
Point.
I used to like a carry, and some of the staff will know if they ever listen to this. Was, oh yeah, I've seen Josh's poison face because it's like this face of
Is it
like,
like a resting bitch face,
yeah,
the
yeah,
male
like
version?
my male resting bitch face exactly. But I remember like people would sometimes give me feedback. It's like I didn't come ask you because you had the poison face, and it's like, oh, how bad that like I'm carrying this on my heart on my sleeve, like I'm thinking too much, or because I'm not a good multitasker as it is. So if I'm trying to do something, someone comes to me with a problem, I was kind of like probably like giving them
Yeah, I'm
bad
like that.
energy or whatever. But my wife said, I haven't seen Poison Face in 6 months.
after
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 this.
doing that. Yeah.
And I was like, wow. For my partner to realize that, and that I've obviously just had this massive shift. And I remember like things were happening, like bad things were happening that would like normally knock me for six, or I'd hold on to for days, weeks, or whatever, and really like ruin my time.
Mm.
They were just, I was just processing them so much better.
Mm.
So look, there's a real power to it. A big part of those journals are around practicing gratitude because I'm someone who had a lot, but I wasn't meaning anything to me. I was always like getting to the goal, not smelling the roses, setting a new goal, going and never like reflecting and being like, hey, like enjoy this shit,
Mm.
be present.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and same what I was talking about before, like reflecting on what's important, man. My connection with my kids is like at an all-time level right now. Like
Mm.
I love them so much.
How old are they?
Jackson's 7 and Bella's turning 5 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What do you reckon it was about the writing for you? Was it like a reset for you every day, getting that energy from that within world out, just out, that
Yeah.
energy out?
There's definitely that. But I think that the gratitude part is huge because it's almost impossible. It's impossible to have gratitude for what you have and to be sad to coexist.
Mm.
You can't be like gratitude. It won't change the world you're in or just see like change the way you see it. And it was just, honestly it was Carla could tell even like in the there was a space where she could pinpoint when I'd just done it
Mm.
just by the way I was in the room.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Have you just journaled?" I'd be like, "Yeah, how do you know?" She's like, "You just look completely different."
Mm.
But there would be like, I remember this is gonna sound, this is probably sounds so snooty, but I remember one week I was getting so pissed off because I was getting there was a good sale um in our suburb, and then after that sale, I got like 50 agents ring me about our house. Like, have you heard the result? There's a great sale in your area. Are you interested in selling? Rah, rah, rah. And I was like, oh, get piss off. Like, can you just leave me alone, right? The smallest little thing of like, um, I like, I'm so grateful that I live in a beautiful suburb, in a nice house that people are pestering to sell my house.
Mm.
Just that shift, that perspective shift of like, stop annoying me to
Yeah.
how grateful am I that I have a property.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just like,
Yeah. And that property is something that once upon a time, back in the day you did not have, but now you have
yes,
it. Well, you're probably begging for something like that back in the day, like,
yes,
please,
man.
just want to get my own home or my own space.
The old me, and this is like, I was brought up that like to make it in life, you just have to have property and no mortgage. That was like the goal. And that's all I ever. I was just like, that's all I need to do. And I did that. So what was like why aren't I stopping and celebrating that? Why aren't I appreciating it now?
Mm.
Why am I letting other like bullshit bother me?
Yeah.
Like young Josh, little Josh is just he's so stoked for me right now,
Mm.
you know? Yeah.
Gratitude's been a has been a game changer for me too,
Yeah.
like it's back in the day, like I was so much in a rush and like I'd never practiced gratitude before. I'd never take the time out of my day to sit there and just take some like create the space for myself to sit in and actually think about the things that I had in my life
Mm.
to be grateful for, like I was so busy blaming the universe or something external for not having something so quickly. But the fact that I was just like I had all of my limbs and my body working in order, everything is working good. Even just that little thing, waking up, breathing every day to experience the experience of life, to
Yep.
experience your loved ones and all that sort of thing. Never used to do it.
Yep.
And when I started to do it, and the most powerful way, which allowed me to sort of enter that gratefulness to the most extreme way, was to imagine me losing something that I had,
Yep.
like now, imagine losing that thing and wonder what that would be like living without
Yeah.
that thing, like one of the boys or Kelsey,
Yeah.
one of my family members, the home, something like that, something
Yeah.
that I have now, myself, losing
Yeah.
myself.
That's a really good exercise. I think some of the feedback I've got recently is a lot of people saying, like, I find I get repetitive. I find like I say the same thing again and again and again. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Sometimes you need that. Like I find that even with like people who do positive affirmations, it's like, yeah, you might need to stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself you're enough 100 times in a row. What's
Mm.
wrong with repeating yourself? It might take that long to get through.
Mm.
If you appreciate something, what's wrong with saying like that you're grateful for it every day and remind yourself?
Yeah.
But I think like the true shift happens when you can find the silver lining in something bad. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm on like a 67-day streak or something with mine at the moment. But whenever I don't want to say I get excited, but now when something bad happens to me, I use it as an opportunity to be like, what can I learn or what am I grateful for this moment, for
Mm.
this right now?
Yeah.
Um, I used this example recently at work. We had one of my staff members came to me and she's like, "Hey, we've got a leak happening in the boutique." I'm like, "Righto, I'll come sort it out." I'm walking there. This wasn't a leak. This is our fire line had burst.
Oh,
A
really?
thousand liters a minute pumping through our ceiling.
Shit.
And like old me would have been like poison face to a whole new level. But I immediately, I was like, because it was staff were like frantically moving stuff, and I was like, how lucky am I that I've got all this team to help me do this right now?
Yeah.
How lucky am I that I own this commercial spot, that this is my problem to fix?
Mm.
And then I'm like, how lucky am I that this happened right now when we're here
Mm.
and not at night and the damage could have been way worse.
Absolutely.
So straight away I've taken this this shit thing that I would have carried for a week, a month, maybe even longer because you deal with insurance,
Mm.
the builders going, oh, this wasn't my fault. It was Bob and Dick and Harry's job, like palming off for the accountability.
Mm.
I was like, how good that this happened now.
Absolutely. And
Man,
it,
and
and it
that's
allows you to solve the problem rather
yes.
than, the sooner you let go of that thing,
Yeah.
you know, the sooner you can solve the problem. If
Yeah.
you're just going to complain and bitch and moan about it, about what's already happening,
Yeah.
it's just going to delay
Yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah. So look, man, I'm maybe the optics to other people, I haven't changed or whatever, but internally I've changed so much. I'd
Mm.
much rather hang out with the version of me now than like my better half. I'm my better half right now,
Mm.
but I've got white belt mentality. I'm like never gonna stop trying to grow or
Yeah.
learn. No one's perfect. I think, but this is like a really good. I've seen counselors before. I'm a big believer in like talking it out. I like anyone who's got an issue, like go see a psych, go see a counselor, whatever. I've never shied away from that. But I have gained more from deep conversations with myself than I ever did at a
Mm.
counseling session.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you can sit with your own self and like deeply truthful to yourself
Mm.
and like recognize that you're accountable and you're responsible for all of the choices that you make in life. I know the choices that you make of the talk that you talk to yourself,
Hmm.
and we find it so easy to talk shit about ourselves,
Yeah.
but we find it so hard to talk good about ourselves. I think it's because we've created such a well-worn path
Mm.
in our mind
Mm.
of, like I'm not good enough maybe from childhood or from something that we've experienced at some,
Yeah.
our younger self. Like it's just so deeply, programmed,
Yeah.
a really, really well-worn path. And when we decide to change that way of thinking, step off that well-worn path, we're in a space of like, I don't know what the fuck I am. Like, I don't even know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Like,
Yeah.
am I good enough? Am I not good enough? I don't
Yeah.
know. But if you keep talking about it within yourself and you have something like the better half to,
Yeah.
to express that stuff out.
So I've got the way they're designed, you got 7 days. So it's supposed to build streaks, right? I want consistency is key.
It is, yeah.
So it's 7 days, supposed to be the full week. where you write there's a quote at the top. They're all hand-picked quotes that I collected over 2 years
Mm-hmm.
from either reading books, so it can be self-help books, whatever, business books, anything that I read or listened to or watched, because I love putting like YouTube on during gym. I'd collect it for 2 years. So they're all like hand-picked quotes from me. So it's got one of them at the top, what your purpose is for the day, three things you're grateful for, and then what you learned. So you got your gratitude, you got reflection, and at the bottom there's like an accountability checkbox. Like, did I do my daily habit?
Mm.
Because I'm a firm believer that if you don't change what you do daily, you will never change what you do.
Nothing changes if
Yeah,
nothing changes, eh?
yeah. And I'm like a little becomes a lot, right? So
Yep.
like I think people make a huge mistake when they set goals. That it's like, this year I'm gonna buy a house. So hang on, like you're doing a uni degree, you've got two kids. Like, how are you going to put together? You've got like you're working part time. How are you going to put together a $50,000 deposit?
Mm.
Like, let's make your goal attainable. Let's make them a smart goal, right? So it'd be like, just pull it back, make these things reachable. And I encourage like real small stuff,
Mm.
like super small, like a stretch of 2K walk, whatever. Just like get it done and make sure you're doing it consistent, and then you don't have to think about it anymore. You're not forcing yourself anymore.
Mm.
Um, Forgetting where I was going with this, but you mentioned before about like self-talk and like what you say to yourself. One of my favorite quotes in there is the most important relationship you have is the one with yourself. So be careful what you say.
Mm.
And I've used that in the brain. So after every 7 days, there's a brain dump page, and that's the only rule I have in there. When I do the brain dump explained, it's like, this is your space to write freely, anything you want. There's no agenda. Just regurgitate what you want. But the one rule is you have to talk positively about yourself. You can't go on there and say, why the hell did I do that? I'm a dickhead. Rah, 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 rah.
Mm.
Okay, you got to start like really giving yourself the love you need to be the best version of yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. It's powerful stuff. How has this actually come about? Like what has been the biggest sort of thing for you with everything that's happened on your journey
I would say at my lowest,
at your lowest?
at my lowest, I caught myself with this fleeting thought of, I wonder who would come to my funeral.
Yeah.
And when I thought that, I went, what the fuck? Why did that go in my brain?
Mm.
I'm like, am I sick? Is this mental health? Like, am I went home and I started crying to my missus. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, I think I'm sick. She's like, what does that mean? What do you mean? Like, ultimate panic. And I was like, Im- immediately, sorry,
You're right.
because the answer to that question is, if I die tomorrow, you better hire a fucking stadium to
Mm.
fill out. There's that many people that love me, that many people I've crossed paths with, that I've treated as a good human. So why the hell was I questioning that?
Mm.
And the only thing is the way I was talking to myself. So I was like, I need to remind myself. I need to, if no one else is gonna like give me the praise or the, I don't know, whatever I was looking for in that specific moment, for it to have a fleeting thought like, I remember what didn't help. I was watching a movie by myself when this happened. I remember, I remember I'd sent out an invite to a couple of mates, and so last minute, and like no one could come, but I wanted to see the movie. So maybe I was having a little pity party for myself, like I got no mates or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll
But
do it.
it was just this thought, and that went in and out. I was like, but I couldn't ignore it. I was like, what?
Mm.
Why do you just think that?
You
So
started
like,
following it a bit. Like, hang on a sec. What are you trying to say
yeah.
here?
So that really wigged me out, and I was like, okay, you are turning to someone that you don't even recognize, and I remember going, because I had an amazing upbringing. I've got an amazing family. extended family. And then I started carrying, I really started carrying guilt for feeling that way too. I was like, people like you aren't supposed to feel like this. Why are you thinking like that?
Mm.
So I was like, I need to put in some self work, and I did, man. And like, I kid you not, with the except like, obviously you got like happy moments like marriage, birth of kids, and stuff like that. But holistically, I feel like the happiest I've been in as long as I can remember.
So you would attend your own funeral
Oh
because
man,
you know you're a good bloke and you
oh
love
man,
yourself?
yeah, yes, mate. And I'm embarrassed to have even thought that, but I'm like, I know it's important and powerful to say it, right? And I
Mm.
know men don't speak about that stuff enough. Um,
Have you read the Bhagavad Gita?
no,
No. Talks it has this uh, word label in it called Prakriti. Prakriti's like consciousness, just everything that happens. Like everything that we experience, all of the happenings that happen. Our feelings, sensations, thoughts, sounds, everything that we can experience through the senses,
mm,
and thoughts that pop through like that. Because I have thoughts pop through all the time,
mm,
and sometimes I can get taken by them as well. But I realize that I'm the one that watches that prakriti or that consciousness, the thoughts drifting in like clouds. Like you had that thought
mm,
of, is anyone going to attend my funeral sort of thing. Like I used to get attached to thoughts like that so much.
yeah,
But after reading the Bhagavad Gita, it goes into the witness and how, as the witness, if we witness prakriti or consciousness, a lot of us become, I guess, we become that thing or we think we're that thing.
yeah,
But if we're watching that thing, if we're witnessing it, then we can't be that thing. Like everything is sort of arising and falling
yeah,
in our awareness or in collective awareness, however you put it. Like if you have a sound, like you can sort of hear those birds outside,
yeah,
just coming and going, thoughts coming and going,
yeah,
everything coming and going, if that makes sense.
yeah. No, it does, and it's interesting you say it like that because I remember as soon as it like entered my awareness that popped in and out,
Mm,
I gave it so much attention that I
mm,
think it really wigged me out, and I panicked. Whereas like it's not like whereas I think if something like that happened now, I'd just be like resilient to it and just be like acknowledge the thought and be like,
yeah,
yeah, but like let's move on, like because that's
welcome
not
it.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, like almost like this is normal processing. That it doesn't mean anything. Like
no.
it's just like you're man, I got another story for you. This is what I wish I'd started training my brain earlier.
Me
So
too.
man, I've physically trained almost every day of my life since I was 16.
You look fit.
I kid you not, like my Strava things at the end of the year is like you didn't exercise 4 days this year. Like it's my
Do better
whole
next time.
yeah. No, but I'm like I love it. I
Yeah.
love it, and I think I attached myself to it because I got a dopamine hit from it. But I should have known how powerful the mind is when I was doing psychology at uni, and I'm looking for credits to finish, and I needed like because I was always like unprepared, and needed 100 credit points, and I'm looking on the board. It's like need non-smokers, 1 hour time, 100 credit points. I'm like, you beauty, that's me. I went in and they're like, you're participating in a nicotine study. Take these nicotine tablets and you can put on a movie and we'll just observe your like how you feel. Just a warning though, the side effects are nausea, spinning, this, that, and rattled off all this stuff. So I put on an episode of Friends and I'm watching it. And within 10, 15 minutes, man, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna vomit.
Is
I'm
it in
so
tablet form?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, do you have a bucket? I'm gonna spew. You have a bucket? She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just Josh, I just need to let you know you're part of a placebo study. You've just had a sugar tablet.
Mm.
And man,
The
the
placebo effect, eh?
all those side effects just went
Yeah.
and I felt instead of going, wow, the mind's powerful, I just thought, oh, how embarrassing. So I walked out of there, as an 18-year-old kid thinking, oh, I've just made a dick of myself. But what I should have learned then is like hey, the mind is so powerful. What good is like bench pressing 120 kilos if you can't get out of bed because you feel shit?
Mm.
Like, what good is like being able to get under a barbell or or run a 4 minute K if you actually physically can't bring yourself to move?
Mm.
So like I'm a like that's why I'm big on the daily habit stuff too, and trying to like implement some physical activities like stretching, meditation, face ice baths, like you name it, like little things that can help build up I call it like an emotional ledger. So it's like you put in like deposits into that emotional ledger at the start of the day. Start with little wins.
Mm-hmm.
You can handle the little losses of the day. But if you start like here and then you don't do anything in the morning and you go lost, 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 your day's gone.
Mm.
You feel like shit. But if you can build up at the start, like you probably feel it with your running. Do you run in the morning?
I do, yeah.
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 It just sets you up for the
When
day.
I started, I was definitely unhealthy. 4 years ago or something, I just started doing like, 5 push-ups because I really couldn't do much.
Mm.
5 push-ups here, and then I'd go for a walk at the start because I wasn't really fit enough to run, just walking, and then eventually I started getting a trot on,
Hmm.
little bits and pieces at a time, and then come to now, like I do an hour in the morning,
Yeah, you
and
look fit as.
yeah, I'm
Got a rig
feeling
on you.
good. Got a rig on me for once. Still a string bean, but definitely a lot fitter than what it
Mm.
was. And it was just those little bits getting deposited every day. And like at the start, and I'm sure you think this too, like you'd come across a lot of people that feel overwhelmed starting their healing or
Hmm.
transformation journey,
Hmm.
wanting to do better for themselves. They don't want overwhelm.
Yeah.
They can't handle too much.
Well, it can have the adverse effect, right? They can go, I'm gonna, like imagine if you didn't start with a walk or 5 push-ups and you go, I'm gonna do 10K tomorrow, and you lasted 500 meters.
Yeah.
Then you just fucked yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna go, oh, I'm useless.
Yeah, that was way
That
too
was
hard.
yeah. So you have to start small.
Mm.
Have to make it easy. And then once you make it easy enough where it becomes like then it's actually it's hard for me, it is harder not to do it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm at that point now where I'm like, I gotta get it in.
Yeah, I've got to get it in too.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It clears the fog, and it's natural dopamine. It's not cheap
Yeah.
dopamine that hasn't got any life in it. Like
Yeah.
this has got life in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how is it actually laid out in there? Have you got a? Do you want
Yeah.
to hold that one up there for the can?
So these are the show you. So these are the two colors. Sorry.
That's right.
These are the two colors you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Grounded green and calm cream.
Love it.
You might get a glossy finish on that cream one, but so when you buy one of those, you can actually donate one. So you get if everyone that's bought, you get a tan one as well. They're the donation copies. You can't buy them. So if you were to buy one, there's 3 options at checkout. You can receive both, so you can give one to your partner or a friend or family or whatever, or you can type in the mailing address to whoever the donated copy is going to, and we'll send both. Or the other option is to donate to one of our 4 charities who we've got on board. So the 4 charities we have are Livin for mental health, Baby Give Back, who help out new families. Livin will be doing their Living Well program. So when they go out and they preach, they're doing all the lectures at schools, educating kids on mental health. They give them out during those. Baby Give Back include them in their hampers. They go out to new families. New parents out there probably know, like, sometimes there's the financial stress or even the stress of like losing all your you time because now you've got this little human you got to look after. So it's a good way to like get some of that you time back and get some structure. The 2 others we've got are Bravehearts, so sexual abuse survivors. They'll have them in their counselling rooms. And then Friends with Dignity, they work with people who've exited a domestic violent relationship, and they set up these beautiful little units for people. Like they kit them out with the fridges, toasters, beds, you name it, so that they don't feel the need to go back into a domestic violence cycle. And they want to have them. That was my first email that I ever got back was from Friends with Dignity. And they wrote, "We'd love to be a part of it. We'd love to have these on the bedside table in our sanctuary homes." And when I read how like just the thought of these things that I designed on the bedside table of someone at their rock bottom, I was just bursting into tears. Like that meant more to me than like selling out at our sample sale. You know what I mean? Because like business and money was no longer my goal. It's a purpose now. I want these to go in the hands of people who need it, that can make a change.
That's that being of service, hey? Like that's
Yeah,
that feeling that you were talking about earlier.
yeah,
Like it is the best feeling.
yeah.
And guys, I'll tell you, like I love how this is set up, bro. How you can let people donate to someone that they choose, or
Hmm.
what was the other way?
So you
The
can you
charities.
can receive both.
Yep.
Because I find a lot of people will meet up with friends or family. I think a lot of people are doing it with couples too, like they just want to grow together. Um, and then the other one is like, might have someone in Perth that you know is struggling or would really love this, or they love journaling. You can buy one here. You're in Robina, there in Perth. We'll send it both out to you. And then the other one is the charity.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it, man. Like it gives them an opportunity
Yeah.
to, like, if you haven't done anything like that before, just felt called to give something, be of service, help out in some way, support in some way. Like
Because
you can do this and feel that.
there's a lot of people out there who actually get such a kick out of giving. I've got other products there, like a pay it forward pack where you can buy one and donate four. Like leadership bundles where you, like for corporates where they like maybe my management team can do this to better them, and when they hand them out, they're like, hey, just so you know, like we've donated 5 on your behalf to Friends with Dignity. Um, it's all about just raising awareness and yeah, because honestly, man, I'm like I cannot wait for the day. I've already getting a little bit of feedback from people who've used it, and they're like, "I'm 14 days straight, like this game changer, love it." But I cannot wait for the day I get a message from someone who's had it from the charity, and they're like, "Hey, this found me in my darkest time, and it helped me." When I get that message, man, the tears will be.
Oh, big time.
I'll
I'm
be
a
so.
I'm a firm believer too, man. Like you have obviously created this thing with some very pure intentions.
Yeah,
And when that comes to like the universe recognizes that. And
yeah,
I believe whatever higher intelligence force that's out there conspiring for us, because you've created this thing, pushed it out to the universe, like it's gonna use its own intelligence as well, which is you at the end of the day anyway,
yeah,
to place those things in people's paths that need
yeah.
them.
And people can use them how they want. I've actually got I'll show you how. So I'm a big key of believer in vulnerability. Vulnerability is a superpower. And I wrote a letter to myself the other day. I wrote a letter to my 80-year-old self.
80 years old, yeah.
Yeah. I'll read it to you. So I just did this in the brain dump space. Let's see if I can find it. But something like this, like I think the next version I'm gonna really try add a few more like kind of activities where you can do this stuff because I think like it's super powerful. Um, okay. A message to younger me. Life is too short to be doing things you don't care about. You have nothing to prove to anyone. Enjoy the hard work you've put in. Enjoy your kids. This age is incredible and you will not get it back. Make them laugh and show them love every chance you get. Treat your body well because I'm still trying to use it. Don't leave me broken. Catch up with your friends and check in with them more. Check in with them more because they aren't all here anymore. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, brother.
Hug your parents and show love to your family because through it all, they were your constant. Don't be hard on yourself for any mistakes. You grew from them. You were then a better example to your own kids. Keep on the journey you're on now. It serves you well. It serves your family well. Keep loving your wife. Keep supporting her. Growing old with her is a blessing. You guys will need each other when your kids fly from home. Now go and hug your wife and kids.
Fucking hell, bro.
when I write that,
I just got like goosebumps from my neck just traveling
me
down.
too. I got the goosies too. When
I
I
feel
write,
like that's a sign when you get the goosies, like it's just like locking in serious truth.
I just like it. It's like doing something like that. Like that took me 2 minutes, and my perspective shift just went. This is what's important.
And did you go hug your
Man, I went upstairs. I was obviously naturally a mess. Like I was born. I remember Carla, my wife was on the phone. She's like, she's like, I've got to go. So what's wrong? And I was just, oh no, no, I'm all good. Like I'm just loving you. I was just, and then I gave my kids a hug, and they kind of like because I hug them all the time, so they kind of thought it was whatever. And I don't want to share that with them. They're too young to understand. But um, it just really makes you realize, like, hey, I know some people got to work. Some people got different goals. Like when I say work, like work till midnight or whatever, put in the hours because I think they got to be here. But man, like I don't know. This really helps you organize what you do it for. Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that, man. Like I don't have anything for myself like that. Maybe it's time I get myself something.
mate. I've brought you one.
Have you?
I didn't know
Yeah,
whether
awesome.
you and Kelsey wanted one.
Yeah, man,
Or I got a
absolutely.
giveaway there for you too. You can do one for your listeners. So you and your missus can have the green and cream one, and you can give away the tan.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. You don't mind if I do that on the socials and that?
Go for it, man.
Yeah. Have I got you? How actually did
I
you?
hope so. I
Yeah.
got you.
I'm actually pretty useless with that shit. But did you mention that did your kids go to the same?
Yes, and I swear you're gonna have to ask your missus. I swear we work together.
You do have a familiar face. Whereabouts?
But my first job was at Carrara Markets. I swear she worked there.
No, she does. Yeah, she did mention that. I can't believe I
Yes,
forgot that. Yeah,
I
you and
remember
her work
seeing her
together.
at the kindy, and I
She'll be
was like,
pissing herself
"Oh,
now.
she looks so familiar. Where is she from? Where is she from?" And I thought heaps about it because I saw you first when I got on the Instagram. Like, oh, he's with her, like the girl from kindy. And then I'm like, and then I clicked. I'm like, I swear she was close to the lemonade pouring. I swear she did the serving of the food like at the other
Maybe,
station.
yeah.
But yeah, it'd be funny if
It's a small world, eh?
such a small
She
world.
did mention that, yeah. Fucking
Yeah,
hell, crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's awesome stuff. That's really,
Well,
really
I
good.
appreciate the conversation, man. I don't know how long we've gone for, how long this thing goes for, but
Just until it feels right, I guess.
well, I feel like you've given me a good amount of time to talk about the product and why I'm doing it, and I think like your audience will be kind of aligned with what I'm trying to do, and they'll see the benefit in it for sure.
Oh,
So
absolutely. And
yeah,
it is 100%. I've got to admit, I have slacked off on the actual physical.
hmm
Whenever I'm down the beach, like I'll write a message in the sand when
yep,
I'm down there. I'll always, because I've done it so much, I'd set a reminder in my phone to do gratitude.
hmm
And I'd always, when I was operating the hoist, I'd have a gratitude, like a clear quartz crystal in my top
yep,
pocket as an anchor. Whenever I touched it, I was like, what the fuck's that doing? Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's nice.
Time to just reprogram my mind to be grateful. It just put me in a place of beauty
Yeah,
all the time, you know.
that is appreciation.
Appreciation.
Because, like you said at the start, you got one life, man.
Mm,
You gotta appreciate it every second.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%. And yeah, it's allowed me to consume, obviously, thoughts of gratitude. Just loving thoughts
yeah.
rather than fuck. Why haven't I got this right now?
When I was like bringing this up, I was like, do I do a journal or do I do an app? And I went away from the app because I like there's something grounding about writing. Like we don't get to do it anymore. And it's like it is like part of a good habit. Get you off your phone because so many people. One thing that pisses me off when people talk about like I don't have time. It's like show me your screen time for the day.
Yeah,
You got 6 hours on screen time. Like you got time.
absolutely.
You got time for 2 minutes.
There's really not an excuse. Like
No.
there's something in anyone's life that was listening to this now that you think you don't have time. You can let go of something that would that one thing may not serve you as well as what this is going to serve you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, especially if it's something that you're using your time and consuming that's bad.
I'll say this: I spent a good portion of my life trying to invest, like real estate, business, whatever. The best investment I've ever made. That
Mm.
right there.
Yep.
That, like, without question.
And working on yourself has allowed you to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, not only for me, like the ripple effect it's having, I can feel it. My family, everything. Yeah. Anyone that's around me, like that's, I'm a better. I'm reaching my better half. I know I am. Yeah.
It shows, man. Like it shows with how you are
Yeah.
that what you're doing is working.
Like my purpose today when I wrote it in, just so I won't paraphrase, to enjoy the PR, be me, and let my story and personality sell my product. That's it. I just want to be like, I want to be me. I know this isn't my comfiest space. This feels a little bit unnatural. So I just got to trust that, like, let the passion show through that, like, this is why I'm doing it. Yeah.
And you're walking people into their own power.
Yeah.
Which is
How good.
just what I love. It's what I'm trying to do too. In whatever way, shape or form I can do that. Like I know everyone that I see is me at the end of the day, but I know that they have the power within themselves to make some serious change. And if I can conjure up a way to help them realize that, then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, there was no difference. There was no difference in my outside world other than the way I was talking to myself. One version of me was sad. This version of me is extremely happy. The only thing that changed was the way I was treating myself. But that's on me.
Yeah, 100%. You created it. You know, someone else can't create those ways of thinking.
Yeah.
And you're like, you may experience someone or something that made you build that thought or that program in you.
Yeah.
Put that button inside you. But yeah, it's wild. I got a bit lost with my train of thought then, but
That's right. That's right, man.
But is there anything else that you want to share, man?
No, man.
Did you want to close off with anything? Let the people know what they need to know.
I mean, yeah, betterhalfjournal.com. Spread the word. If you've listened to this and thought, oh, so and so would love this, jump on, get it.
And where do you find it?
So betterhalfjournal.com, or you can go through our social. It's the same handle for Instagram, betterhalfjournal.com. Oh, betterhalfjournals. Sorry. Now I'm questioning whether there's an S on the end. Betterhalfjournal.
I'll put a link up.
Yeah.
When you can double check
so
it.
So just go in there. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Got the links on Insta. What are you on Insta, Facebook?
Instagram. I'm on TikTok, but I'm not very good at TikTok.
Nah,
it's mainly Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. I'm trying to find my way in this the whole campaign and ads. It's not. I mean, I'm a one-man band, so I don't have. With this stuff, there's no budget to like get a content creator or anything like that. So, I think this is going to be something that happens organically and slowly, but I'm there for it. So.
Awesome, man. Cool. Well, thank you very much for popping on.
Man. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you doing this too and being of service.
Let me know how you go with it.
I will, sure. All right, beautiful people. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I guess we'll be seeing each other again next week. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
See ya.